This is the story of a husband and wife who receive a teapot that transforms their lives. In the beginning, a man named John is shown who works in a company. He lives with his wife in a rented house. Now, the owner of the house always troubles his wife. Also, he does not let John live peacefully and keeps bothering him as he wants. John's wife, Alice, is looking for a good job, but she's not getting any job. It means that their bad time is going on and their luck is not supporting them. Now, one is that John's boss is not happy with his work. Alice is not getting a good job even though she is looking for another job. They are in need of money in this difficult time, and the money they have accumulated is also running out. Now they both go to a party where they had only two good friends. None talks to them at the party except those two friends, but this does not make any difference to them. On the first day, they are going to buy the necessary things for the house while talking. In the meantime, a truck collides with their car and their car gets into an accident, but luckily, they are saved. Nothing happens to them. After some time, the police also come here. They were talking to the police and Alice saw a shop in front where old and valuable things were sold. The owner of the shop is also standing near the shop and Alice sees a teapot in her hand. It means a teapot that looked very valuable. She likes that teapot so much that she goes behind the woman and enters her shop and starts looking everywhere to find that teapot. Then the owner of the shop, that woman, comes here and asks Alice, "Who are you and what are you doing in my shop?" On it, Alice starts talking to her that actually, I came here to buy something for myself. That's what I was looking for. Now the woman's phone starts ringing and she leaves to attend the call. Getting a schnace, she goes to that woman's room because Alice saw that woman putting the teapot in her room. She was after this teapot because it looked so beautiful and valuable that Alice's eyes were not moving away from it. Now because she was in her hands, she steals it and brings it home with her. Alice liked it so much that she kept it with her all the time. One day she gets hurt because of it. The lid of the teapot opens suddenly. As she removes the lid, she gets money from it. Seeing this, she again hurts herself. She sees the teapot and again there is some money in it. Here she understands that the more she hurts herself, the more money the teapot will give her. On another side, John was terminated from the job by his boss. He comes home disappointed and sees the whole house ruined. He also finds Alice hurt and half unconscious on the bed. She was hurt a lot. He doesn't understand how the house is like this and why Alice is injured. Then she smiles and says to him, "Nothing happened to me. I am absolutely fine and happy." When she comes to her senses, John tells her that my job is gone. After hearing this, Alice slaps him. Now it is obvious that by doing this, the teapot gives her money again. So here she also tells John about this teapot and the money coming out of it. Then the whole evening, Alice hurts herself and John and keeps getting money from the teapot. John was not fond of enduring pain like this in exchange for money. That's why he tells Alice that is neither a job nor a good way to earn money. Then she explains to him that what else should we do? Despite working so hard, we are not able to earn money and consider this teapot as a gift from God. Because through this, we can earn as much money as we want. We won't have to work hard. Then after hearing this, John becomes quiet. The next morning, he left while leaving a note for Alice, written that I think this way of earning money can prove to be dangerous in the future. That's why I'm going to return this teapot. Then, as he goes to the shop is closed, and he takes the teapot and goes to a show that is also shown on TV later. Seeing that teapot, a doctor was very surprised as if he knows a lot about it. John comes home. They promise after earning 10 lakh rupees, we will return the teapot to that shop, and they start looking for different ways to hurt themselves, like getting an injection, getting a tattoo, getting a tooth removed through which they earn money and hide it in the washroom. Now they call Alice's family on a dinner where John also comes with chicken, knowing that Alice's family doesn't eat meat, just eats vegetables, but for his show he could do anything. Now Alice wasn't frank with her sister at all. That's why she keeps asking him to tease her. After all, how long you will be like this? Have a baby too. Now when Alice's family goes, two twin brothers come to their house and start beating John and ask him about that teapot. They say that our grandmother had saved this teapot with great difficulty in an accident, and before she died, she told us that that teapot has been stolen and we know you have it. Saying this, they start hitting him more and say, "Come on, give us the money that has come out of the teapot." Now the money that the teapot has given because of John's beating, Alice gives that money to the brothers and says that we don't have that teapot anymore. We have sold it. It means she was lying. After hearing this, the brothers leave from there. After it, they decide that now they will know the truth of this teapot. What is the reason for giving the money? To find out this, they go to the library, where they find out that this teapot is from a very old time and it has some powers. The hazards of using this teapot is also written on a page. Then Alice secretly keeps that page with her while tearing it. As John starts reading about the damage caused by that teapot but sees that the page is missing, someone has torn it. Now we know who has done this, and he also asks Alice about this, but she talks here and there, and with her words, he manages to forget about it. She tells John, "We should earn more money and spend it. We should have a lot of fun in this life. We should enjoy." John agrees with her. They buy an expensive car and a very beautiful and luxurious house. In this happiness, they have a party at home, but John sees that Alice's behavior is not good with her friend. She is not behaving good with him. Instead, she befriends a rich girl. John's behavior does not change in comparison to her and remains the same with his friend as he was before. The party was going on. Meanwhile, the same doctor comes to his house who is surprised to see that teapot. He tells John the lives of both husband and wife are in danger because of that teapot. "I came to talk to you about this." On it, he starts thinking. Then, after a while, he says that I will first talk to my wife, Alice, about this. They both come out after consulting each other. Alice tells the doctor, "We don't want to talk about this." At night, they are talking about this teapot, that it is so good for us. It has changed our lives. As long as it is with us, poverty cannot come close to us. In fact, we will become richer and richer. The house owner hears all this from outside. He immediately comes inside the house and says, "I know, how did you become so rich? How did you earn money?" "Through this teapot." After saying this, he takes the teapot from Alice and runs away from there. Then, after going on the road, he throws it far away, and not only that, even he rides his car on it. Now, even after so much has happened, nothing happens to that teapot. After seeing this, Alice and John become surprised. How can this be possible? Then, to know the reason, they go to the doctor, where the doctor tells them that this teapot is 2,000 years old. It has been with the best and worst person in the world. Then a soldier lost it somewhere, and if this teapot is burnt in the wrong hands, then it can be destroyed. Now, because this teapot is with you, so if there is any evil in your mind, then it will spread that evil more inside you, because of which you can be completely ruined. But yes, I also know how to get rid of it. For your own good hand over that teapot to me, but Alice didn't want to do that. That's why she refuses to give it to him. After it, the process of both of them getting hurt start again. Then one night, the twin brothers come to their house and steal the money hidden in the washroom. Then after listening to them, they come out and seeing the teapot in Alice's hand, the brother says that this teapot is ours and you are taking our right while taking the money from it. That's why we won't leave our right and will keep coming to take our money. And yes, we could have taken this teapot, but we don't want to take it because we know about its powers and dangers. That's why it would be better for you guys to get rid of this teapot as soon as possible. As they were leaving, Alice attacks them with that teapot and tries to snatch their earned money from them. Now the two brothers attack Alice and John to save their lives because of it. They become unconscious. When they come to their senses in the morning, they notice the brothers have taken all their money, and now that teapot has also started giving less money than before. Because of it, they understand that now they have to give themselves a deep wound to earn more money. Now these two go to a bar where John starts bothering a goon. Then in return, he hits him a lot and injures him badly. The next day, when the doctor meets John, he says, looking at his condition, "You have changed a lot, and the reason is only that teapot. He is now controlling you," and he starts telling him again to get rid of that teapot as soon as possible. Then Alice comes to know that to get money from the teapot, it is not necessary to hurt herself. In fact, if anyone gets hurt around the teapot, then it can still give them money. Now they like this new way of earning money. Before this, they go to a hospital where a woman's operation is going on. Then they go to a match where the boxing match was going on and were hitting each other. Apart from this, these people go to such places where people are somehow getting hurt. Now it is obvious that by doing this, they were getting money without getting hurt. But John feels strange now. He feels that Alice is changing and becoming so strange that she wants to hurt others. In the process of earning money, she is getting out of control. She is so obsessed with it that she can even take someone's life to earn money. As she starts hitting a woman walking on the road, John immediately turns the steering of the car because of it. Alice feels very bad. She gets out of the car by saying ill to John. Then she finds out one more thing, that by saying ill to each other, the teapot is giving them money then to earn more money. Alice says such things to John, which breaks his heart, and now she asks John to say bad things to her. By doing this, they say bad things to each other every day. And these were all the things that they always wanted to say to each other, but they could not say. There were also things which were also revealing their secrets because of it. They were getting money, but their relationship was about to break. Here, Alice reveals a big secret that before marriage, I had a relationship with the owner of the house. John becomes furious hearing this, and he picks up the money and hits on Alice's face. John goes to his house to kill the owner of the house, but the poor guy gets beaten up and goes back. Now all the secrets of these two had come out. That's why they go to other people and try to reveal their secrets so that they can earn money. First of all, they go to that rich girl's house. They tell her husband that your dog was killed by your wife. After it, they tell John's boss's wife that your husband is cheating on you. Then they go to break Alice's sister's house to tell her husband that your wife likes someone else, but before she does that, Alice comes back to her senses, means out of the passion of money. She tells her sister, "You are very jealous of me, and I don't like this at all. You are my sister." After hearing this, Alice's sister becomes sad, and she apologizes for everything she said because of it. The sisters hugged each other. Well, now these two come home, where Alice tells John that I want to earn a lot of money together. There are a lot of bad people around us, criminals, and no one will care if I will end them, and this will be my good deed. In return, I will get a lot of money together. Now before killing anyone, they dig his grave, and John wanted to stop Alice. That's why he asks her that if you have to choose between me and the teapot, then whom will you choose? On it, she did not respond. And after seeing this, John understands that now the matter is out of my hands. That's why he goes to the doctor and he tells John that if you want that the effect of the teapot on you is over, then you will have to give it to me. But John knew that this could not happen because it's been a long time now. Alice will never give that teapot and the page that Alice tore from the book. Through it, he finds out that there is a lot of loss in using this teapot. That's why she apologizes to John and says, "Okay, give this teapot to the doctor." But after some time, when she looks at the teapot and starts pulling towards it again and refuses to give it, John understands that she will not leave this teapot so easily. That's why he jumps out of the room window with the teapot. In return, a lot of money comes out of the teapot now. John was unconscious. Alice starts crying seeing this and realizes that I am making a big mistake by not listening to my husband. Now, she decides to leave the teapot. Then the next morning, they see their teapot has been stolen by the house owner. First, he gets happy, but then he thinks that this teapot can prove to be dangerous if it goes in the wrong hands. So that's why we have to give it to the doctor, and now to take that teapot, they go to the landlord's house and sees that his house was scattered here and there. Then the landlord comes in front of him who was soaked in blood. He had a gun in his hand which he had pointed at them. Then Alice tries to stop him, but he doesn't stop because of it. They get into a fight. Then there the landlord's wife also comes, who also had a gun in her hand, but before she killed Alice and John. Here the twin brothers also come, and they also had a gun. That's why they start shooting each other and end each other. Alice and John were saved in this shootout. Now because of their death, a lot of money comes out of the teapot. With that money and the teapot, they both get out of this house. The doctor was in front of them, who ends the teapot power from these two, and taking the teapot says, among the big people, only a few people had the courage to leave this teapot, and you are one of them today. They also give to their friends that was earned from the teapot and leave that place and moved far. Then the doctor also throws that teapot in the middle of the sea so none can get it again. Showing that teapot in the depths of water, this movie story ends here.